Hello and welcome back. This is Kristen from Life of Crafting, and I'm doing a new sheet load of cards. This is from May of 2022. And what this is once a month, this YouTuber called CallMeCraftyAl releases a sketch, and that sketch basically uses up the paper. Sometimes you get a few scraps, but usually you're using up pretty much the whole paper. She's doing a special series on 6x6 papers right now. I don't recall if it's been for the whole year of 2022. I started last month in April, and my choice of papers was different. I started it in April, and I was trying to use up a whole paper pack by doing a different sketch every week. And in doing that, I was going to start in April and then go back to March and February and so on, keep going back. I think she's done that for a couple of years now. So I've been getting a little off track. Yeah, that was my intent, but then like I saw this one, and we have an online business, my husband and I, and we like to give these cards out as a gesture of thank you to our clients and put them in the packaging. And my husband always wants like generic birthday, and this paper pack is called a cherry on top, and I had 3 of these paper packs, and that's what I had left. My friend and I, Vicky, did a big like card blowout last spring and used up like 2 or 3 packs then. I believe I may have something from last year if you look on the channel showing some of those cards, and it wound up, we thought we were using everything up, and when we went back through our stash, I think I bought 1 more paper pack of it, because what happened was I wanted to do a tutorial of how we did the cards, but by the time I decided I wanted to do that, we were already pretty well through making the cards. So I think I did buy 1 more pack. After doing that, we thought we were done. Well, then she found a pack and I found a pack in her stash, and I told no, so now I'm still back 3 of these. So I thought this would be a great way to blow out the papers. Well, I wound up getting, from this card sketch, 94 cards from that one 6x6 paper pack. So I did have to be very careful in how I chose to make cuts on the paper, because some of these, like this one, the sketch calls for you to cut, where's the printed paper? Here's the printed paper. You have these 1-inch strips, and then you had the 2-inch strips. So like I couldn't cut like the 2-inch or cut this one first. Like I couldn't cut this first. I had to do all these in one direction, and I had to be careful on papers like this because I had to keep everything going in the same line. So I was very conscientious to do like the other thing, I had to be conscientious how I did it, but it was going to leave 1 strip here at the bottom, and honestly the strip was like a 1/2 inch in width. If you're somebody that wants those to do something like to put on the inside of the card, or maybe to make some cards I've seen, you can just take the strips and just make them and fishtail them and make like banners and a sentiment. I've seen that. Because I was very early into this, understanding that I was going to not, with a volume like that, I was not going to be putting this stuff inside. So to me, I didn't necessarily care. I cut my 1/2 inch strip off first, and then I did all of these, so I didn't have all that little cutting at the end of it to do. But I did have to, like I said, be very conscientious, because a lot of these papers in this paper pack had to be laid out in a certain, I want to say variation, but that's not it. I can't think of the term off the top of my head. So here's like 9 of the prints, and you can see like this is going in a direction, this is going in a direction, this is going, this is. So it was very much, I had to pay attention to how I was making my cuts. And these were also using some discontinued papers from Stampin Up. This paper pack, to give you an idea, again, I don't have all the, I didn't Google it, but like this had the old in colors of Cucumber Crush and Watermelon Wonder in it. The Bermuda Bay is an everyday one, but it also had Crushed Curry was an everyday one. I had this Tip Top Taupe as a brown. I wanted to do these festive, so I wasn't going to do that. So I pretty much needed to stay with 3 colors, and that was the Bermuda Bay, which I'm using in this layer, Crushed Curry, and the Cucumber. Oh no, there was 4, because I had the Cucumber Crush, I had the Watermelon Wonder, and those were discontinued papers, so I really had to pay attention to how I was using the papers, because for this sketch you do use the strips as they're laid out here to be cut, but then your cardstock was being cut so that you had, she has it so the card base was one color. I chose to do it as a panel on top of a white because I was really having to stretch out the few sheets. I shouldn't say few. I had probably a good pack and a half of Watermelon Wonder and probably not quite a full pack of Cucumber Crush. I blew all of them out because, again, I did 94 of these, and I've got cut the quarter panel and this one solid panel that you lay these pieces out on. So I have them already cut for the other, like approximately 200 of them. So I had to pay attention by making a whole list of how much I was going to need. I did use, this is called a Hello Honey. This was another in color that's been discontinued. I have like 3 or 4 cardstock packs of that. So I was making a point to use up what I could on these. So again, but I want them to be cute because I've made the decision I am going to. I made my 94, but I do want to, I get where I need to do something different. I can't just do 300 the same. I'm going to just lose my mind. So I'm going to offer up kits for the other approximate 200 and put them out there. And if people buy them, then that's great. If they don't, then I'll just eventually make them at some point. You know, everything will be there. I just have to glue it. So, and it's not going to be anything lost on me. But for now, I wanted to lay these out, get my 94, and then I'll do the other as kits later. And I had to be very conscientious, like I said, because I didn't have a lot of the papers. So by cutting everything first, as far as the printed paper went, I then laid them out and did all of my different combinations of how I wanted them. And to give you an idea, I mean, like this is all of that. And then I have a whole like this. Let me see if I can pull the camera up. This is all, like, this is what 94 looks like. It is going to be one of these shoebox things shoved of paper. So I really did have to be conscious.